welcome to Queensland Weekender for another Saturday afternoon. I am in the glorious Whitsundays and it is a sun lover's dream. Any water, reef or island adventure you have ever dreamed of can be fulfilled right here. It's all at your fingertips. All you've got to do is jump on in. Here's what else is coming up. Kip's on dolphin feeding duty.
This is the dinner that's made this place famous.
We meet a very talented Queenslander.
Bali's in my blood.
And an island day trip to the whitest sand in Queensland. Just kick back and enjoy the natural beauty. First up is Chris.
If you're a fan of fruit of the vine, then the Scenic Rim has plenty of wineries to explore. But what if your taste buds tend more towards a frosty ale? Well, boutique beer lovers, I've got good news for you. It's a safe bet. The good people of Mount Alfred are no strangers to a cold beer on a hot day. Well, now this little country town has its very own boutique brewhouse. Scenic Rim Brewery is the brainchild of this bloke, long-time home brewer and professional builder, Mike Webster. There he is. Tending to your crops, mate.
Yeah, how are you, Chris?
Good,
Pleased
mate.
to meet you.
Yeah, you too. Mate, I've done a few brewery tours before. I've never started a garden, though.
We're just trying to get the experience of where everything comes from. So I've got 3 vines here, actually called vines. Starts with a B, not a V.
Okay.
So 3 types of hops. We've got Hallertau.
They're the hops?
They're the hops, yeah. Wow. They'll actually grow to nearly 6 metres tall, and it's the flowers that we use. So we've got Hallertau, Goldings and Fuggles. And obviously the other...
Did you make these names up?
It sounds a bit that way, doesn't it? Yeah, actually, I've been told that one sounds like Harry Potter's, the Fuggles.
Yeah, Fuggles it does.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we also got water. Obviously, that's in the tank there, and the field over there, we've got barley.
So this is how you make your beer, right here?
This is where it all comes from, yeah.
Wow, cool. Now, you don't just throw your Fuggles and barley together and hope for the best. Mike adds his own magic to the process. How did you become a beer scientist almost in the Scenic Rim, mate?
I taught myself a lot, starting from the garage and working my way up, but I actually went to Germany and did a small course in one of the beer university over there, so that was rather...
There's a beer university.
There is a beer university, believe it or not, and I found the study very enjoyable.
Yeah, I bet you did. Germany to Mount Alfred is a bit of a journey, but Mike has found his spiritual home in the Scenic Rim.
I love the area, just had to come out here, and it's just, when I saw this old 100-year-old shop, I thought that's going to be where I put a brewery, so here we are. We're going back to the roots with making beer the way we used to, so we had to do it in an older store. So we've got the original bench tops, the original shelves.
Really?
It's one thing to have good beer, but a destination helps it.
Did someone say beer? Bring it on, Mike. Oh,
There you go, Chris.
look at you. So who have we got?
Okay, we've got Shazza.
Seriously?
It's a mid-strength pale ale, yeah, Shazza. All of my beers are named after larrikins. We've got Digger, which is a full-strength pale ale. The guy on the bottle, there's Digger there. That's a character of my dad.
Who served?
Yeah, there he is up there on the wall.
Finally, we have the Fat Man Maroon Ale.
Got the roasted malt in that one.
Ooh, could be my fave.
It's good to hear.
That is beautiful. While Mike and I have been busy talking brewskis, his wife Wendy has been very busy in the kitchen. Scenic Rim Brewery serves up a menu of share plates that go beautifully with cold ale.
Well, my heritage is Dutch, Chris, so I've brought out some Dutch delicacies.
Beautiful.
So we have here, these are called bitterballen.
Bitterballen.
Yes, it's a beef ragout, and with that we crumb it and deep fry it. So it goes really well with beer. Bitter for the beer is in bitterballen, so that's why it goes together.
Bitter ball.
Balls.
Bitter ball.
Yeah.
Got it.
Well, I've made up a grazing platter. This is made with local cheese. We've got some local pickled onions. We've got local olives, local chutney, local breads. Because there's always that person that gets the meal and you say, I should have got that. So here, you can share it. Everyone gets to have a little taste.
If you love good food, great beer and superb scenery, get yourself to Scenic Rim Brewery at Mount Alfred, about an hour's drive from Brisbane and the Gold Coast. The brew house is open from Wednesday to Sunday from 10 till 5 p.m. See you guys. What lovely people. Well, stick around because after the break I'm going to show you a great place to settle in for a night or two
here in the scenic rim. Everyone, meet Nettie. And Nettie, meet everyone. You know, they say to get the lowdown on a new place, you need to chat to a local, and I reckon Nettie here is a pretty reliable source, and he's been telling me this is a sweet place to base yourself for a couple of days here in the scenic rim. Isn't that right, mate? Straight from the horse's mouth.
About 4 kilometres from Boonah, you'll find Milford Country Cottages, 2 lovely guest hideaways set in gentle hills. We'll take a closer look later, but first, the farm. 40 sprawling acres owned by John McLean and his wife.
Mate, this is a corn scuffler, this one here.
Now, John's a bit of a collector. We're not talking stamps or coins, but heritage horse-drawn farm equipment. Rusty sculptures from yesteryear scattered across the property.
So, John, what is this?
Well, this would have been a turn of the century pay rake, which we found down the back there when we first bought the property in 2005. We found it down under an old
Oh,
tree.
you found it on this property?
Correct.
Wow.
And you can see by the sign on there that it says Ipswich. That's not Ipswich, Queensland, that's Ipswich in England.
Oh, righto.
Well, it's all part of our history, you know. We're not getting any younger anymore, and as young kids come here, we explain to them exactly how the equipment works, and hopefully they'll pass that information on to their kids, you know.
Speaking of little tackers, John's granddaughter Ivy looks like she knows her way around the place.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Do you want to grab them?
Yes.
Put them in your little basket?
From the generous ladies of the Chook House to contented cattle, there are plenty of farm animals for families to get to know here.
This is a place to come to spend the weekend and get away from the city life and generally come and enjoy yourself, you know.
Do you get that feedback? Like, we didn't get the iPad out once, or, you know?
Some of the kids have brought iPads here and never even turned them on because we've got plenty of room to fly a kite, or if they want to go bushwalking or something like that, you know, when they come over here, they can sit beside the campfire and have a camp oven and generally do whatever they want to do, you know. It's, there's no set time, but you find most people are in bed by 8 o'clock and up with the chooks.
Which brings us to the accommodation, Bottle Tree Cottage and Rose Cottage. John built them, but his crafty wife Lynn created all the interior touches.
There's a lot of Lynn in this cottage, am I right?
Yep, that's right. I'm a quilter and I love patchwork and I love sewing and embroidery, machine embroidery. And so a lot of this is all, done by me. I've done the pelmets. This quilt here, I made all the quilts in this cottage.
Oh, you made the quilts on the bed as well?
Yep.
Where did this come from? Where did this talent come from?
Well,
Your clever thing.
from our family. My mum, she was a cake decorator. She taught us how to sew. My other sister, well, she's a florist come wedding decorator. And then I have my older sister, who's a milliner in Buderim.
Couldn't bang me up a quilt, could you?
Never know.
Milford Country Cottages are an hour's drive from Brisbane or the Gold Coast. They're fully self-contained, but breakfast hampers are available. When you go, say g'day to Nettie for me, will you?
For most of the year, Julia Creek is a quiet outback town in North Queensland. But come April, it expands by the thousands as the annual Dirt and Dust Festival kicks off. The idea for the festival was sparked in the country pub by locals who were trying to come up with a way to put Julia Creek on the map. A couple of beers later, the idea to run a triathlon in one of Queensland's harshest climates was born. The 3-day event features something for everyone, even those who don't run, ride or swim. You'll catch live performances, bull rides, competitions and plenty more dusty action. Not forgetting Australia's best buck competition. The festival is on next month from the 7th to the 9th of April. Be sure to mark it off in the calendar as it's not to be missed.
No hops.
Still to come, Queensland Ballet's Lee Schwing Singh shares his remarkable story.
Worldwide, people know me as Miles Last Dancer.
And dolphins in the wild. Where else but Queensland?
This is a magical experience you can only find in one very special place, and I'll take you there right after the break.
Stay beautiful behind you. Good. My name is Lee Twin Sing. I'm the artistic director of Queensland Ballet. Worldwide, people know me as Miles Last Dancer these days. It's all because it's the title of my autobiography. Ballet is in my blood. Is love and passion from very young age. So be able to pass on my knowledge and my expertise to the next generation of dancers is such a privilege, and it's something I love doing. Beautiful port de bras. And stay. The first 11 years of my life, I was living in such poverty, and we struggled for daily food even. It was very, very harsh. But then at age 11, I got a chance to dance ballet at the Beijing Dance Academy, all because Madame Mao loved ballet. The training at the Beijing Dance Academy was really disciplined, tough. We started from 5:30 in the morning to 9 o'clock at night. 6 days a week we trained for 7 years. It really helped me to lay the foundation to become a world standard dancer. Eventually, I was granted the opportunity to go to study in America at age 18. It was a shock at the very beginning. Can you imagine, this 18-year-old Chinese boy knew nothing about of the Western world, walking into this free-for-all society. Eventually, I fell in love with the Western freedom, the lifestyle, and also the opportunity to dance around the world on the world stages. And that's what I did. I've been in Australia now for the longest time of the three countries, China, America, and Australia. I absolutely love Australia. I love the Australian people. I love the culture here. I love the environment we live in. And it's truly, to me, it's a paradise. I naturally love Brisbane. I love Queensland. I love the weather. I love the incredible open space. You could be probably mistaken thinking I've died and gone to heaven. This possibly is paradise.
Now, when the producers of the show told me they were going to take me to an island paradise a million miles from anywhere, it turns out they weren't bluffing. Hello! Hello!
But believe it or not, I'm just a 75-minute ferry ride away from Brisbane. Tangalooma Island Resort is on Moreton Island. You can stay overnight or make a day trip of it. Now, this is definitely one of my favourite holiday destinations, and that's because there's so much to do, so many activities. And if you want to mix a little bit of adrenaline in with Moreton's natural beauty, you've got to have a go at one of these. Tangalooma's quad bike tours are a great way for you and Moreton Island to get acquainted. The resort offers 45-minute excursions along challenging bush tracks.
I can't stop laughing.
And along Tangalooma's sandy white beach.
Mate, what an awesome way to see the island. And if you've never been quad biking before, it's so much fun. You can go as hard as you want, you can take it nice and easy, but the views either way are absolutely spectacular. Now, we know Moreton Island looks pretty special from on land, but underneath it gets even better. And to have a look, you need to have a go at Tangalooma's latest and greatest, the Sea Scooter Safari.
The Tangalooma wrecks have always been a big draw card. The extra speed boost is a bonus. Leaving the regular snorkelers in your wake is a pretty good feeling. and so is spying on over 200 species of fish, stingrays and turtles.
That's sensational. There's fish everywhere. I don't know why I can never catch them when I'm fishing, because there are thousands of them down here. It's incredible. And this makes it so much easier as well. I've got to get me one of these.
Come sundown, thoughts turn to grabbing a bite.
And this is the dinner that's made this place famous.
That's because every night wild dolphins come into the shallows to feed. A highlight for visitors to the island since the early 90s, Sue Hassard is showing me how it's done.
And is it just a matter of me just placing it in the water like that?
Yeah, so just nice and deep under the water,
wow.
and you'll see how gentle they take the fish from you.
These dolphins have been coming here for, for over 20 years.
Yeah,
and they're all family, is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have 4 generations of dolphins now. And our latest little calf is actually the little calf just swimming around out the back, which was born 3 weeks ago.
Wow.
This is Tinkerbell, the alpha female. So she's very bossy, very dominant.
Tinkerbell nearly swam through the legs of our cameraman. It's amazing. I mean, it's one thing to feed a dolphin like, that's in a tank, but these are wild animals,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. And there's not many places in the world where you can actually hand feed a wild dolphin or get up nice and close to a wild dolphin.
Yeah.
So yeah, when we take people out in the water, they become so overwhelmed by the experience. Some of them actually start crying. So it's just a great experience for them.
I've only given you a taste of all the fun to be had at Tangalooma. To find out all that's on offer, including their range of accommodation, check out the website. And if you're an RACQ member, head to the website on your screen to see some of the great Tangalooma discounts on offer.
And from one island paradise to the next, you haven't been to the Whitsundays until you've been here. That's coming up after the break. There are more than 70 islands sprinkled across the brilliant blue waters of the Whitsundays. Great, thank you. And I'm headed for the one that is world famous for its white sand, Whitehaven Beach on Whitsunday Island. Captain Peter Fraser is getting me there on Seaquest, the latest in Cruise Whitsunday's fleet. I love your new boat, except I'm a little disappointed at what you're steering with. Tell me about what's going on here.
Well, we don't have a steering wheel anymore. It's all hydraulic and electric over hydraulic, and so it's much easier just to steer with your finger. So much better way to do it these days than the old days where you had a massive big wheel. And I remember those days where you would have visitors in the wheelhouse and they always got in the way.
With 35 years' experience in his cap, our good captain has ferried folk from all around the world.
Everyone loves the Whitsundays. I guess it's people in Australia who know the Whitsundays or who have visited here, pass it on to visitors that come from other countries. So we seem to get a huge spread of foreign visitors here, and why not? It's a great place.
I've got to say, and maybe I'm biased because I'm Australian as well, but I have not seen a more beautiful blue ocean
Really?
anywhere.
You should see it on a good day. It's fantastic.
In under an hour, we are literally touching down on the softest white sand.
There's no wharf or marina, so the only way we can land is to put the boat up on the beach and everybody walks off the front onto the dry sand.
This is a very civilised way to get off a boat, isn't it? We didn't even get our feet wet. Whitehaven. It is the postcard you expect. Leonie's on a working holiday from the Black Forest in Germany. She's one of the beach crew here every day. What sort of reactions do you get from people?
Really? That's where we're going? That's kind of the reaction. I'm normally like, oh, I thought all those photos were photoshopped.
Do you think this is the jewel in the crown?
Yes, definitely, because it's just the beach is so wide and so beautiful. It never gets hot, so the kids can even play up on the top of the sand. On days like today, it's just absolutely stunning and beautiful.
It is, isn't it? It's magic. Why doesn't the sand get hot? It's made of silica and unique in that it reflects the sun. So your feet are safe to stroll even under the heat of the midday sun. The beach is over 7 kilometres long. Some opt to snooze, there's volleyball, cricket, lots of ways to enjoy it. My number one tip of what to do when you visit the beach that is constantly voted Australia's #1 beach is to get wet. And while you're in, just kick back and enjoy the natural beauty. Cruise Whitsundays offer a range of half-day and full-day excursions to Whitehaven Beach. Sadly, my time here is up. For more ideas, be sure to visit our website, and you can keep up with our travels on Facebook and Instagram. 3 other great websites are queensland.com, RACQ and the Queensland Rail travel websites. This is just what I felt like. A cup of tea and a muffin after a beautiful day on, dare I say it, the most beautiful beach in the world. That's all we've got time for on this week's show. Make sure you tune in next Saturday for more Queensland Weekender. Bye for now.